Peace to the tribe, peace to the collective. It's the Hood Mystic, representing hoodmystic.com. Here with another video. Going to do a card read for y'all. I'm going to do this one live though, because I feel like doing it live. Check the link tree. Check the link tree. And what else? Yeah, go see the part where I'm doing readings and stuff like that. And book a reading with your boy, you know. Give me a second. Let me go ahead and mute. Mute this. Mute it. Alright. Like that. Yeah, man. I've been, as I shuffle the cards, my mind has been on a particular thought stream. The thought stream is like this: arousal, desire, and horniness. Like, one of these things is very spiritual. Another of these things is very physical. And I think that, like, people don't understand the difference between being sexually aroused, desiring someone spiritually, and then also being horny. Then it's like emotional intimacy. The intimacy, you know, like a person can have sex with somebody, but you don't always have to be emotionally bonded or connected to a person emotionally. Now, for men and women, if you can't emotionally connect to your partners, like connect to your partners emotionally, what's the point of the relationship, either or, if you feel like your partner does not desire to connect with you emotionally? Like, and for some people, your emotions could be financial. For some people, your emotions could be touch or affection or whatever, love, whatever. But just because you drive off that particular emotion, don't mean the other person next to you drives off that emotion. So I was like thinking of a video, but I've been so damn busy that I ain't. Closest thing that I'm gonna do for a video is this right here. And just want to see what the cards have to say to us as we go to sleep. Be sure to like the video if you can, share the video if you can, you know, shit like that. And if you want to book a reading, visit the link tree, go where it says schedule a reading. And then from there, we can go into booking and things of that nature. So let's just deal with these cards right off the rip. So the Prince of Swords is a card you would get when there is a lot on your mind, right? And not in a good way. Never having a lot on your mind is a good thing, because when you deal with princes deal with the heart. So this card is always an advisor card, like telling somebody, like, hey, clear your mind. Whatever's going on, deal with your heart consciousness, because your heart consciousness is so much powerful than the shit that's on your mind. Princes deal with the heart. Princes rule what is called Tifereth. Tifereth is the area of the heart / solar plexus. And this is where we project ourselves out into the world, right? If you think of the solar plexus being yellow, like I got the light is very weird right now, but the cards is yellow. Yellow rules the solar plexus, but the simple way of understanding the solar plexus is how you show up. Another way of solar plexus is like yellow magic or ego magic. Who does yellow magic in your life? Your supervisor or your manager does yellow magic, because he puts himself or herself, like he or she has to be like super important. right? So when you go to work and somebody's like projecting their energy onto you, you gotta see like, oh, you trying to do yellow magic. You trying to make yourself feel more important than what you actually are. So you using this job or this situation that we in, you might be doing like community service, and your community service worker acting like, they're the damn warden of the penitentiary or some weird shit like that. So just whatever. And this is like people putting shit on your brain, people putting shit on your heart, and you have to learn how to project your energy in a righteous way, not in a way where you're thinking about like what your boss is doing or what your supervisor is doing. Whoever is quote unquote over you or ruling over you, that's also part of your shadow. Because think about like if you work at an office, and this could be a relationship somewhere, somebody is like in your mind taking control over you type shit. So you're looking at it as like the solution in this card is like you need to project yourself. You need to show up as the person that you supposed to be and not be so concerned that your supervisor is walking around with his chest out, or your boyfriend walking around with his dick out, or your girlfriend walking around with her titties out. You just gotta let that person do them and focus in on you. Because Spirit told me, like, you can be mad or fearful of a person either firing you or leaving you, but the solution is always going to be project yourself in the best type of energy. So following that, we have another court card, Knight of Cups, which is energy that's dealing specifically with you and the way that you think and the way that you feel. Right? These energies have moved up into higher realms. So for a lot of people, this could be like headaches, migraines, fatigue, tiredness. The word is exhaustion, right? Utilizing your functions that are supposed to be autonomous and natural, you're like forcing it. And Spirit's like, I got it for you right here. But your receptive energy is not really there. In your heart and in your mind is like overworked and overcharged. Because maybe you at a point in time in your life where you don't even know what you want. And not knowing what you want is like the worst. It's like blasphemy. It's like the sin of all sins. It's like a world that's a video game. Like, I don't know if y'all have like an Xbox One S or know what that is. My kids got like a Game Pass. And so on the Game Pass, you can like pick any game ever. It feels like that. But it's like a lot of games you can choose from, right? This card is like you being able to choose whatever game you want to play. But you just don't want to play at all. And this is sad, to be mentally drained, emotionally drained in the matrix where you utilizing your spiritual energy to factor in, if the Bills win the Super Bowl or if, some body likes you or don't like you, because everybody have the capacity to control your life through the modality of liking you or not liking you or some weird shit like that, right? It's a lot of bullshit that the Ace of Cups is like, okay, you've experienced that and that's cool, but everything is like circular. So I've been on like this Ouroboros kick, like Ouroboros type energy. Like I cannot get it out of my mind. And the only thing that I can think about is the snake swallowing his tail, right? Like none of this shit really exists. It all goes into the higher consciousness or the lower consciousness. So what is your precipice? Like what is your beginning point of saying, I want this? Because if you can't do that, and I talk to people for a living, and the last thing people come to the conclusion of is that I want this. But let's talk about like wanting something, right? I want $1,000,000. What the fuck does that actually mean, right? I want something for which I can put effort towards, to which that is going to bring the satisfaction in my life. The process of saying I want this, and how do you consume your day? So let's look at cups. Cups is a yoni. Cups is water. So let's think about a yoni. What does a yoni do? Right? If you ever had sex, what is the modality? How do you explain a yoni? Well, for me, you get immersed in the yoni. Like, not to be graphic, but your penis gets immersed in the yoni. Like, you get surrounded by that woman for that moment that you make love to her. So when you have a goal, you're supposed to like fuck it, for lack of better words. You're supposed to be immersed in that goal. But this is 2023, and collectively niggas have got dropped on their heads because now niggas want to do 1,000,001 things. So what you want to do? I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this. But you see the number on this card? The number on this card is 1. You're going to be satisfied if you have one goal and accomplish one thing versus having 1,000,000 things that you want to do and not doing shit. Right? So this is overworked, and then Captain Save a Hoe never saved a hoe. Captain Save a Hoe didn't live up to his reputation, now did he? So now you got to deal with your expectations and your priorities, and then your actual goals for which you are going to have an emotional intimacy with that thing. So if I'm going to be emotionally intimate, I'm going to be physically intimate. What does it mean to be physically intimate? Well, it means to be immersed in said yoni. Like, if you really think about it, I probably know you never heard of it verbalized in such a way, but think about if I stick a stick into water. When I stick a stick into water, that stick is immersed in water. Water immerses things. It surrounds things. It gives nothing no space. So I'm trying to explain what a goal is to a nigga, right? Niggas can't really understand it because at the end of the day, and I blame these conscious niggas, right? If it wasn't for a conscious nigga, you would be all right with life. But every day, one's in the chat, if every day a nigga got a different class for you to sign up, a different thing for you to do, a different community for you to join, a different group chat to talk, another Zoom and webinar. I stopped doing that shit because I seen weird niggas doing it. So I'm like, if weird niggas is doing that, why would I be a weird nigga too? Obviously, that ain't the way to go if weird niggas is dropping webinars every week and classes that's going to save your life and things of that nature. When I know for sure that the diligence and effort that it takes, because, the mind is always on the slippery slope. The mind is always on a slippery slope. So you always have to push. So I want y'all to look up the concept of Sisyphus, right? Sisyphus got to push this rock up this hill his whole life. He don't do nothing but push this rock up the hill. And at first you feel bad for Sisyphus. But then you got to understand all mythology is talking about yourself. How does this connect to us? Since our mind is always down a slippery slope. So mental health, physical health. Just break this down. Physical health must be maintained or else you will lose physical health. You understand that. If you don't maintain your physical health, then you will lose your physical health. Emotional health, mental health is the same way. So Sisyphus is pushing this rock up this hill every single day because he know if he don't push that rock up the hill, the rock is going to fall down because it's gravity. Your emotions and mentality operate on gravity. It's like a Mary J. Blige song. I'm going down every day, all day. This is why over time, what happens to your parents' minds, your grandma's mind, your daddy's mind? They lose it. They get crazier, right? What are they doing to maintain their mind? Not a damn thing. They slowly letting it slip away. So, motherfuckers will be like, yeah, y'all weird spiritual, this, that, and the third spiritual. And then niggas double back and scam you half to death. You don't even know your left brain from your right brain. Right? You don't know shit, right? You don't know shit because a nigga scammed you from day one because you thought, oh, this bitch, got a pretty smile and saying all the nice words. She can't be a horrible person. He can't be a horrible person. He got fucking medallions on and shit. He's saying hotep and peace and all this weird shit. So all you did was get scammed, right? The effort and energy that it takes to get in tune with your soul. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You can't buy it. It ain't for sale. It ain't even nothing. Like, you could wake up and, love yourself. Go out into nature. How much money that costs? But maybe that's the shit you need to do. You could fucking work out. Become a fucking gym rat. How much that's going to cost? Your gym membership. But how much it costs for you once you pay your gym membership to go to the gym every day? Not a fucking thing. And you would be a better person if you worked out for a year than bought into whatever any nigga, including me. I have to throw myself in this actual conversation because this is all I know, right? I would have to say, if you worked out, you would have a deeper spiritual understanding than actually doing anything with anybody. Why? Because life is simple that way. Life is cellular. Life is about you. It's about your consciousness. It's about your understanding. I never understood until I turned 39 years old that I was not responsible how a motherfucker felt about Kyrie Hassan Anthony. I for sure thought that if niggas didn't like me, it had something to do with me. And boy, oh boy, now that I realized that, I have a whole completely different message about everything and everybody. Because a motherfucker might listen to this, be like, nigga, I don't like you. And so what? What's next on the agenda? Saying all of this to say, the spiritual journey is not done because you spent money. The spiritual journey is not done because you made money. The spiritual journey is not done because you read all that there is to read on the internet and seen every TikTok video, Instagram reel, Bobby video, Panic lecture, Valentine lecture, Delbert Blair lecture, goddamn Yafa Bey lecture, Yassam Bey lecture, whoever the fuck. And now, what does that accomplish you? Nothing. Nothing. If you can't wrap your mind around that, you are not following the rules of Sisyphus. Sisyphus didn't say, ever since I listened to Bobby Hemmett, I don't gotta push the rock up. Ever since I got a fucking yoni steam, yoni pearl, yoni dildo, I no longer have to push the rock up. Well, I'm a single mother, single father. My mama died, my daddy died. Whatever shit you got going on in your life to make you think that you don't need to push the rock up, your mental health is going to fail. Your physical health is going to fail. I don't know what type of genetics you have to whereas you don't have to exercise to maintain your body. I don't have those fucking genetics, fam. I have to literally push the rock up the fucking mountain. If I don't push the rock up the mountain, no amount of money that I make doing this shit is going to justify my bad health. Hopefully that makes sense. Because y'all for sure will get confused about the Ace of Cups. Y'all for sure will get confused about knowing what the fuck you want to do. And trust me, I've been doing this shit for so long, bro, that I've seen people live their life and I've lived my life too. And that shit don't never intersect, fam. We could all be in the world on TikTok, on Instagram, doing the best version of ourselves. But guess what? It's not going to be based upon you and me. It's going to be about you and your soul. So we have another court card that's want to enter the ring and have these conversations in reference to the heart, in reference to your emotions, and like this Captain Save-A-Ho energy. Like, let me tell you, this man that y'all want, this woman that y'all want is within yourself. I need y'all to understand that, because y'all will get triggered. I'm tired of relationship talk. These men are the problem. These women are the problem. No, you're the problem. Your heart space is not clear. Your heart space is not purified. Like, it took me 39 years to fully understand that if everybody hated me, how I saw myself, like if I thought that because you hated me was a reason for me to carry negative energy, then that was shame on me. But do you know I've spent 39 years doing that thing? That thing that I just said, when my whole life, whether people loved me or hated me, had no reference to what I should or shouldn't be doing with my life. Because I could be so paralyzed and stagnated only based upon, well, if I go to the function, how they going to look at me because I ain't wearing the latest fashions and the latest threads. I don't got on the latest shoes and stuff like that. I'm not looking the best. So I'm like, so much of my life was built upon how other people view me. And Captain Save-A-Ho never saved a hoe, bro. I was still a hoe. Walking the fucking hoe stroll. Motherfuckers like, what's your name? My name's Snickers. 69.99. And niggas was looking at me crazy. And I was like, I was trying to get saved. But somebody in the background said, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. And I said, I want to be saved. And it just didn't work for me. So I had to learn how to save myself. I had to utilize my Sagittarian strength. This is one of the most powerful cards in the deck, the Nine of Wands. Because this represents a completion of masculine and feminine energies, which is the true strength for spiritual beings. That's the secret. You think because you got a dick, you got to be a man. You think because you got a pussy, you got to be a woman. But when you a spiritual being, you got to be a man and a woman. This is why relationships is hell for spiritual beings. Because you got to find all of these energies and understandings by yourself. You could be a man and a spiritual being and get a woman, and that woman don't do shit but give you hell. You could be a woman, be a spiritual being, desire a man, and that man only gives you hell. And you sitting there scratching your head looking at Essence Magazine, fucking BET, Movie of the Week, things of that nature. Like, where's my Prince Charming? And once again, Captain Save-A-Ho was just a myth. That nigga was an urban legend. Because I was a hoe and I never got saved. Somebody was in the background. Don't save him. He don't want to be saved. Don't save him. And it's cool though. Because I understand my energy. And there's people like me who have this same energy. This is a deep spiritual truth. Masculine and feminine energy is your strength. When you understand both dichotomies, both energies, everything is complete. 9 is the number of completion. Wands is complete because it matches with the cup's energy. What did I say? You stick a stick. What is that? That's a stick. When you stick a stick in some water, that is completion. That thing is submerged. That's sex. That action is creation. So manifestation is a spiritual thing. It's an inner thing. It's not buying into no course, no class, no lecture, no webinar, no Zoom, No OnlyFans, no nothing. No Instagram, no YouTube. Your manifestation is going to come from within yourself. You could be a bitch about it too. But let me tell you, waiting for a nigga. Waiting for his daddy. Waiting for the son. Don't work. Utilizing these energies within yourself. And then also focusing on one thing. What's your problem? You want to do 10 things right now. I ask you what you want to do. You tell me. Everybody I ever asked this question to, what's your goals? 10 fucking things. Then 10 things don't have 10 action steps behind getting the 10 things. Never have I asked a person what you wanted to do. This is the one thing I want to do, and these are the 15 action steps that I'm going to take over these next 6 months to accomplish the one thing that I want to accomplish. Because you know right now you need a house, you need a car, you need something right now. But you got 10 different things that you want to do. Make it make sense. Only way it's making sense is because you waiting for Captain Save-A-Ho. And let me tell you, you might as well say Candyman 3 times in the mirror. What is that shit? Holy Mary, Mother Mary, some shit like that. Bloody Mary, things of that nature. Because Captain Save-A-Ho or his daddy is not coming to the rescue. Let that go. If he was going to come, he would have came already because you was the whole summer wearing booty shorts and rompers. You was wearing rompers all summer. Ass pussy out. The nigga did not save you. It's the winter time. You wearing parkas, hoodies, big coats, North Faces, things of that nature. Triple down gooses. Niggas cannot even see the ass. So might as well, for old time's sakes, deal with your masculine and feminine energy so you can actually start the car, charge the car, get some manifestation going. Trust me, if y'all don't understand anything, understand this. When you accept yourself, meaning that you remove external validation off the table, your life changes in that moment. Everything falls into place. Why? Because your soul wants you to win. Your soul wants you to succeed. Niggas on the internet, sometimes I just might not like a nigga. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit about me. Sometimes I just wake up and all of the kind words that I said, I take that shit back in my head, not to your face. I just take it back. I was lying, right? Not a good person all the time. But I'm spiritual. But that's okay. You know why that's okay? Because you shouldn't be going for my validation any motherfucking way. Because I'm telling you right now, if you fart in front of me, taking a point off. But everybody fart. I know, but I'm unreasonable, irrational. I'm fucked up in the head. You could hold it against me. You could invalidate me. You could not like me. But guess what? I'm the only nigga that's ever going to tell you the motherfucking truth on this fucking platform. Because you actually think a motherfucker care. That be your fucked up part. But peep how these motherfuckers move. If you watch how these niggas move carefully, you'll see they don't give a shit. Everything they do is calculated to get all your fucking fettuccine and guaparini. Me, I fucking masturbate to this shit. You understand? This is my pornography. I lust for the spirit. So, after a long, hard day, you understand? Some niggas go pull their cock out or, get some alcohol or, smoke some crack or whatever. Me, pull out the good old Thoth Tarot deck and masturbate to the spiritual energy. You know what I'm saying? So just giving it to y'all how I get it. And hopefully you took something from that. And, really stop utilizing your mental functions to solve your motherfucking problems. I swear to God. I swear to God, your brain is not meant to solve problems. You're not going to think yourself out of this one, pal. Trust me. Whatever you dealing with right now, thinking has gotten you into this mess. Thinking is not going to pull you out. You have to do spiritual work from solar eclipse to lunar eclipse. You have to figure out the one thing. Listen to Anne-Marie. It's this one thing that got me feeling, oh, just saying that shit all night until you figure out the one fucking thing you need. Because if you tell me 10 things that you need, I'm smacking the cards out your hand. Hood, I didn't know you was getting violent. That's just violent I'm gonna get. I'm gonna just smack the card. If you got a glass of water, I'm gonna just smack it out your hand. Because I said one thing. How you gonna come up with an action plan for 10 things at the same time? And you can't even, what can you do? What can you actually do? If you ever sat and thought about it, you really can't do shit. You better have one goal and about 15 different action plans to get that one goal happening. Whatever it is. Otherwise, you bullshitting yourself. How you gonna do it? How am I gonna do that? Masculine energy, feminine energy. Charge yourself, ground yourself. You got a yard, backyard, go out to that backyard, bare feet, charge your energy up. Meditate, clear your mind. Masturbate. Do something. Clear your mind. Get into a chart. Like, listen. Do not be a woman talking about I ain't got and I don't have when you could charge your energy through masturbation. Make it make sense. We're not talking about watching porn, getting your rocks off. We're talking about charging your vessel to attract. Y'all been on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Y'all done heard it from time to time. Yeah, I masturbate to manifest. I masturbate to manifest. And a bitch will just walk around this bitch like, I'm so long. Like, come on now. Tug that goddamn motorboat. Understand, bro. It's all about energy. It's all about activating your energy. So, hopefully y'all got something from that. As I'm about to go to sleep and wake up in about 4 more hours and do some more shit. So, just had to get this video in. And I'm probably even gonna go to sleep. That's how weird it is. But I still need to get up at about like 5 or 6. So I'll catch y'all on the flip side. And I'll do another more in-depth, something with more substance tomorrow. But y'all just gotta give me a little second to breathe, my nigga. I'll get y'all on the flip side. Peace. Good night.